Okay, Khan, Shalom. So we back again with another declaring the end from the beginning. Another issue, the 68th issue. Before we get going, we would like to give all honor, praise, and glory. Thanks to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Waha, Wakakudash. Double honors to the hopefully elect elder apostle slave to be saved, Lord willing, start with those at the GMS church. On down to the rest that may be under the same doctrine, onward to the brothers here, the men here, younger brothers here, and in order, give it diligence and all true faith and sincerity. And onward to the rest of the Akim, you elder Akim, and on down to your younger Akim doing the same teaching. Okay, and onward to the rest of you believers, and on this faith of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, you Israelites, you women and children of and men, okay, but ultimately to the elect. Okay. So yeah, jumping straight into this getting into this pretty much what we're going to be going into or declaring, or covering is pretty much obviously mayhem, pandemonium, people being stopped dead in their tracks, a path taking these people, leading these people that's not in this truth to that point, whether it be them hearing this truth and not want to listen, which is the ultimate thing, and instead wanting to do things like be caught up in what the world say a woman is to be, or the world say a man is to be, or the world saying you could be whatever you want to be, the folly, the different trends, the new age thinking, technology, all of that, man. Though people, event, a lot of events that may be taking place, whether it's a concert, whether it's a big festival, a parade or something like that, a riot or something taking place, protesting, all those things chosen instead of this truth is going to be the very path that's going to lead people to the world, to the time or the manifestation of the time when the Lord say basically it's going to be complete pandemonium in these streets, man. People are going to be running everywhere, and it's ultimately due to their path, which is going to lead, their tracks, if you will, which is going to leave them dead in their tracks, man, like completely. I mean, up until the point when you go into, which we'll get to, when you deal with the movie World War of the Worlds, which we can get that queued up. The scene when the chariots came and they was running, that's literally what's on the way, man. And that's why you see so many people gathered together collectively outside. When all hell break loose, most of these people are going to be dead in the tracks or stop dead in the very things that I just said people do. A lot of people are going to be doing them. Somebody might be buying a phone. Somebody might be getting a goddamn sew in. Some girl might be in the street twerking. Some dude might be at a damn festival. We done seen it. You see that with the what was that? The Travis Scott concert. Can't forget these things. So the Lord been giving signs of these things. So which we're gonna kick it off with in Sirach, the 5th chapter. Okay. In the first verse.
Yeah, kind.
Here. Second Ezra, the 5th chapter, in the first verse.
Yeah, kind. Second Ezra chapter 5 and verse 1. Nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the days shall come that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number.
And the best is he says a bunch of people is going to die in a great number. That's a multitude of people like at once, like a herd of people. You see that all the time when you out. He said the day shall come. That's going to be a time where people is literally dying in boatload numbers. I did a watch on that when I was doing which I still do, is just I dedicated the channel to it, and Esau got the channel on 2 strikes, so I'm trying to wait till that clear. But anyway, I did a watch on there, which was going into how it's gonna be people. It's gonna start being reported, and normal people start dying by the hundreds, to the hundreds, thousands. That's gonna become normal. You know, like you starting to see it. You know, just watching a news report last night. 15 people got wounded, man. You know, and gunfire. All these, you know, you see it in with the marketplaces. People getting shot in the stores, grocery stores. But anyway, you got it. So that's the time. Those are just tokens of how, you know, a time where a mass of people would start dying. That's when all hell start breaking loose. You got it.
It says, "In the way of the truth shall be hidden."
Right. And that tell you that's when. What does that tell you? That's a moment when people outside, right? But the prophets is not outside anymore. When you go into Proverbs. Proverbs 1 and 20, it say, "Wisdom crieth without. She uttereth her voice in the streets." And who is that? That's the prophets. That's the men of the Lord that be outside yelling and people tell to shut up. You know, when you go into Isaiah the 58th chapter, you can get it. Then we jump right back there. 58 and 1.
Yeah, kind. Isaiah chapter 58 and verse 1. "Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and shew my people their transgression, in the house of Jacob their sins."
Right. See, and who's he saying that to? Uh, 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 the prophets, because that's that voice. So when you go to Baruch 1, you can drop that. Baruch 1 and 21. I'll read it. It says, "Nevertheless," you can jump back to Sirach, 2 5:1. But it says, "Nevertheless," "we have not hearkened unto the voice of the Lord our God." Well, it says it's the voice of the Lord. It says, "According unto all the words of the prophets," which is those men that's on those streets, you know, lifting up their voice like a trumpet, whom he sent unto us. Right? So that's that voice. That's that wisdom. That's how wisdom is uttering her voice in the streets. When you go to Matthew 22, we can get it, Matthew 22 and 8, you know, that's what was commanded to those prophets who were always prophets and came back into the lot, you know, into the lots of followers of Yahushua. I say it like that. But you got it.
Matthew chapter 22 and 8.
Yeah.
Then said he to his servants,
Right.
The wedding is ready.
Matter of fact, no, jump to the 21. Shalom, brother. 22 and verse. Well, you can read through.
Yeah, kind.
Mm-hmm.
Then said he to his servants, "The wedding is ready, but they which were bidden were not worthy.
Go ahead.
Go ye therefore into the highways,
right,
and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage."
Right, and the streets lead you to the highways, you know. And it says not just the highways when you go into the other mention of it, but the byways, the hedges. Okay, those are the places where people are at, man. You know, the chief places of people. You know, the marketplaces. You know, the Lord said that. Okay, so this is how you will have wisdom, being able to cry out his voice in the street, because it's these men who are the voice of the Lord. That was told to lift up their voice like a trumpet and show their people and shew, right, which is like directing or instructing the Lord's people their sin. So, and that's what wisdom, because wisdom is the instruction of knowledge. That's what wisdom is, according to Sirach the 19th chapter. Okay, so that's it on that. You can go ahead and jump back.
Yeah, kind.
5 and 1. Yep.
Yeah, 2 Ezra chapter 5 and 1. "Nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the days shall come that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden."
Right. So that's a time when people are caught up in the streets like we always see them. The Lord sent us out. We're in the streets. There's a bunch of people everywhere all the time. But it's going to be that same instance, but it's going to be without the prophets being out there lifting their voice up like a trumpet. They're not going to be doing that. They might be out there, but it ain't in that way no more. Which goes into Amos the 8th chapter. You know, if brothers want to bring that out. Okay. Was it 8 and 11?
Yeah, Khan.
Yeah, go ahead.
Amos chapter 8 and verse 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord God, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the word of the Lord.
Right. So you ain't going to hear that voice no more. Now, that's crazy, right? Because simultaneously, the Lord is talking about a time that's going on right now, which is when there's a bunch of people in great number out in the streets, or I should more so say, is a time where people are outside in a great number. That's really when you see that manifested, and it go on to say how the truth gonna be hidden, but the only way you can hear the truth is through those that have the word, right? The word is truth, but if it's gonna be hidden, that means, just to keep it simple, you see what it's saying. It's basically the men that we're not gonna be out there no more, man. That's just what it's saying. But they still gonna be out there. The Lord gonna get them right then and there, because see, that's the best time to get them. That's the best time to get them, because most times, like we was talking about yesterday, a lot of those people that be out and about, they with women with men ain't they men, and men with women ain't they women. Motherfuckers getting kidnapped. There's kids, with people you think they parents, and they just kidnap them. It's all type of wickedness. Somebody looking at somebody up the street, they about to follow home and murder. There's all type of shit going on. Matter of fact, we can get that in you brought that out in a minute. What's that? Zechariah 3 and 5, I want to say that is. Shalom. You got it?
3 and 5.
You got it?
No, that's not it. I don't.
I think it's Zephaniah. Zephaniah 3 and 5. That should be it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
The just Lord is in the midst thereof.
Right. See, he was in the place where everybody at. That's why we told to go to the highways and hedges. Everybody named up. Think of how packed it be on highways, like a little highway.
Yeah.
And the streets lead you to the highways. So that's why it's so important for us to be on the streets, because a lot of the main streets we be on, they the main, like all those cars that's on the highways is coming from those streets. So imagine how many people we catching and seeing. So the Lord is there. He getting everybody. Ooh, you got it.
Yeah, kind.
Yeah.
Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 5. The
Yeah.
Lord, the just Lord, is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity.
Right. He ain't gonna do wickedness. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna go off. He ain't gonna break the law. You got it.
Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light. He fell it not, but the unjust know it no shame.
Right. So pretty much that's the best time to judge people. He's in the midst of where everybody's at, and that's the main time to get everybody. So when you see those movies of people running and it's packed in the streets, people falling, they looking back, they know that's how it's gonna be. Why you think we in the midst of, like, imagine if we was out there and all hell broke loose. Remember that weekend when Jake was out and they started shooting on firecrackers at each other? You know what I'm saying? Like, and people was falling, monsters everywhere. Now, imagine if you form that with protesters, form that with the masses of people trying to cross the streets, the cars, and it's just, and we done talking. The Lord, like, I ain't saying nothing else. He in the midst still thereof, but it's not in a way to correct and reprove no more and warn. is in a way to destroy niggas now. You know, because we bringing out the word so you don't get destroyed, so you don't get put to death. Brothers got something?
Con.
Man, go ahead, brother.
Yeah,
Salakia, real quick.
Is Psalms.
No, Salakia. I was just letting the elder know I got that video queued up.
You gonna let them see it.
Con.
This is Psalms 107 and 27. It says, they reel to and fro and stagger like a drunken man and are at their wits' end. So that's gonna be these people's their mentalities and how they're gonna be moving, you know, in that time where the word is not coming out and when they don't know what to do. You know, they're gonna be moving like drunk people off of what they do know, which is you know, that drink that Babylon's been giving them.
Yep, exactly. Matter of fact, you can read that again, Mahar.
Yeah, Con. It's up for 9.
Nope. Yeah. We can hold that, you know what I'm saying, but we don't even need that really. It's more. We need to go back to the Amos to back the brother up.
Yeah, Con. Yeah, Salakia, 1 second. Amos chapter 8 and verse 11. It says, behold, the days come, saith the Lord God, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord.
See, keep going. Watch this.
And they shall wander from sea to sea.
Right.
And from the north even to the east.
Go ahead.
They shall run to and fro.
People gonna be running. Like, you gotta really simulate that. People gonna be, where are they gonna be running? The only place you can run, outside. You can't run in your homes. Internet go down. How you gonna run? You know? They're gonna be literally running. The Lord literally telling us people gonna be running outside. They're gonna be running like how we be out there and seeing all these people. They walking, crossing the walk. Niggas gonna be running in that day.
Yeah, because they on their own time right now.
Yeah. Trying to do what, brother?
Man, really, they ain't trying to do nothing.
Yeah, I'm talking about with the scripture. They say they're gonna run to and
yeah, it's like yeah, they shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord. They shall not find it.
Go ahead, what you gonna say?
Yeah, I just said they shall not find it.
Yeah. Man, so where's that at? Where the word at? On the streets. So these movies we watch, they literally getting it from the scriptures. Niggas running all day, running. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna get a simulation of that, you know, but people are not gonna be just running looking for us. They're gonna be literally running from the plagues. You know? We're gonna go into, like, it's gonna be crazy. Like, that's what's about to happen, y'all. That's why we be out there. Like, that's the perfect time. Like, the Lord, that's the movie. He's showing us the preview. We be like, all hell break loose. This is what we really mean. Like, people gonna be really running all over the place. First is gonna be in the way. Some gonna be literally thinking about us. Some gonna give up. You're gonna have people running all over the place trying to kill themselves. Just get scriptures on deck. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of that is gonna be a part of this time, man. The Bible basically tell you anarchy gonna happen. That's anarchy. It ain't gonna be no more how people get to the crossway and they gotta wait for the pedestrian. You know, the cars gotta wait for the pedestrians to cross, or they can't cross at this point because it's a green light for the cars. Anarchy.
Yeah, kind of.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, if I could, like, because I've been paying, we pay a lot of attention when you out and about. We on the highways. People already at the point where they can't wait 2 seconds for the car in front of them to go. They, like, so we already tasting it, but they still a little bit constrained. But when it's the gates open, if you will, you could throw that all out the window.
If I can.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, just to add to the brother Mahar's point, you already see incidences of people in they road rage, going like way over the top, where they, hop out of the car with a gun, you know what I'm saying, get most on the ground. I know I just seen something like that on YouTube earlier, you know, where it's basically like a few Jakes that had got out, you know what I'm saying, basically had dude on the ground with the gun, you know, because he had like, you know, basically like brake checked him, you know what I'm saying? So you know, how much more when the Lord turned it up?
To back this brother up, somebody get Isaiah 59 and 14 real quick. Back his point up.
Con.
Mm-hmm.
Isaiah chapter 59 and verse 14, it says, and judgment is turned away backward.
Right.
And
Go ahead.
con. It says, and justice standeth afar off.
Right. It ain't gonna be no more judgment. People having good discernment, discretion. Ain't gonna be no justice. Go ahead.
Con. It says, for truth is fallen in the street.
So people gonna start moving like animals when truth fall in the street. Meaning when we not out there no more. So literally, once again, in the street. Truth is in the street. The men with the word. Thy word is truth. When we not out there no more, that's when these people gonna literally be, like you said, people having a roll rage, meaning a judgment gonna be out of there. And to go back to the brother Thor's scripture, which was how these people at their wits end. But once they pretty much, because really we really is everybody's voice of reason. We're everyone's conscious. Like when people walk down the street, they might be in a complete la 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 mindset, and they see us, and they remember, okay, I'm still on earth. How you doing, brothers? They have manners for one moment, right? But if we wasn't there, he wouldn't have said that. You know? So we like the conscience of the earth. When we leave, the Lord take us off the streets, everybody gonna go unconscious, man. Brothers got some? I could tell brothers really ready to you know.
I had some, but I know you had said grab some scriptures for it, you know, for when the time happens. But
yeah, finish that verse.
con.
Just bring out what's on the point. What's on the point. You got it.
Yeah, it's cool. I'll save it. I'll save it for when it hit.
Yeah, you got it.
Continuing Isaiah 59 and 14, it says, for truth is fallen in the street, and equity cannot enter.
Right. See? And let's get that word equity real quick. So the Lord telling us, man, once, and he's focused on the place where everybody go outside for their festivals, feel free at to let their bras and hoo-has be out. Dudes with they little tight ass niggas wear Daisy Dukes now. Males out here wearing Daisy Dukes now. They little sunglasses on with they little guys. Everybody hanging out. Men out here with their women. Niggas eating ice cream, cars. You got the dudes that got the new Charger. He finna go get his Charger washed. Jake might come through whatever neighborhood in the Hellcat. When we taking and it's packed outside. Everybody got shit they finna go to. Restaurants packed. When we taking off those streets, meaning the Lord is done speaking, everyone's judgment is gonna fucking leave. Cause it already be animalistic out there already. The only reason these people ain't really showed the level that they really own, like Solomon revealed, he said these people like beasts. That's the state of man. The only reason they ain't really manifested that yet, because they still have a voice of reason. There's still a conscience that the Lord is still a standard of consciousness that the Lord is still holding people to, or he still has out here. Going to Psalms the 60th chapter. In Jeremiah, the 5th chapter, he said, how long shall I see the standard? And then when you go to Psalm 68th chapter, he said, display, in the 4th verse, I believe, display thy banner, show them thy banner, so it may be displayed because it's the truth. So basically, once we completely remove, there's no standard for nobody. It's like you could do what you want. Ain't nobody out here rebuking nobody no more. So people gonna be running niggas over, all type of shit. But go ahead, brother.
Con.
It's gonna be crazy.
So I got the word for equity in the Hebrew.
Yep.
It's Here, I just play it.
It's all good if you can't play it. It's all good.
Y'all heard it?
Yeah, kind.
Yeah, it says Salaki, you said what?
No, I was gonna say something. I was just gonna say, they don't say it right anyway, so it don't even matter.
Right.
You got it.
Kind, you right. It say straight in front, right, straightness, true things. It says straightforwardness, integrity.
Right. People gonna lose integrity, morals, standard. To have integrity is to have a standard. When you go to Proverbs, we can get that in Proverbs. And the Lord basically saying people with integrity don't really exist. They don't really even exist. The only people with integrity, the Lord said, who can find these people? As often as you can see us on the highways and hedges in every place of the city, which ain't that, prevalent. Like we out here, we pushing the work. It's boatloads of brothers teaching, but it ain't. You can't just go to your city and see a camp on every corner. It don't work like that, So using that point to say, we the only ones with integrity, and that shows. In that case, that shows you can't. Ain't nobody really with integrity. You don't see it when you look around like that. But Proverbs, if a brother can get 20 and hold on. A lot. 24 and let's see. That's a lot. Yeah, 20 and 6. And then read through 7.
Come.
Uh-huh.
Proverbs 20 and 6. Most men will proclaim every one of his own goodness, but a faithful
right. Niggas do that, right? And everybody be like, man, I'm a man. Like Jake yesterday, I'm a man. Everybody, man, I'm real, man. I'm about knowledge. I believe. Right? Go ahead.
But a faithful man who can find.
Right. Go ahead.
The just man walketh in his integrity.
And the just man is, it said right after talking about the faithful man. The just man is the faithful man. Hence, that's the man that's going to walk in his integrity. But the Lord said, who can find a faithful man? We rare. How many men you know in the faith? See that? So that means ain't nobody got no integrity. You got it.
His children are blessed after him.
See? And that's what the Lord, that's it. That's why that's written. So if you can read that one more time, unless you have better meanings than integrity, if not, don't even worry about it as far as to read more on the definition. We could just read the verse again, and then if brother got something, bring it up. Because he said he said judgment and justice gonna fail because it's gonna basically stop because truth fell it and equity's departed out of. That's the result of truth felling in the street when it's no longer in the street amongst these people. That's when judgment and justice is gonna leave. And once again, you go into the word equity, it gives you what? Integrity. So integrity gonna be out of there. As soon as we out of there, integrity, the fake integrity, basically the fact that people don't have integrity is gonna manifest. You ain't seen it yet. We people ain't show. We ain't seen it. We ain't really seen like on a high display that people have no integrity. Why? Because you still got people faking. I mean, even the people that fake like they in the faith, like these pastors. That's like still a voice of reason in a little bit. That's a reason. That's another reason why people really won't,
right?
But you see, since they've been getting exposed and people been seeing through them over the years, like Jake said yesterday, y'all want to step in those churches. People ain't scared to be like, fuck, which they shouldn't say because it really ain't talking about a building, but when concerning those buildings, they not scared to say fuck a church. You see what I'm saying? And now they like, but in their head, that was the only like voice of reason. So it's like, if church ain't real, ain't nothing real. I just need to wild the fuck out, man. But see, that's when we stepped in. Like, wait, yeah, the church finished, but what does the word church mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't never the building. So now a lot of people that just went off the deep end once they seen the so-called church wasn't real, the buildings and shit, it's too late for them. And then but some that didn't, they was about to, that's when they run into us.
Right.
And even the ones that did, they run into us, but it's too late. And that's why the Lord gonna kill these pastors, man. Because it killed everyone's integrity. Basically, people think you don't have to have integrity. How many women used to go to church versus males? And males will only go to church because the women was there.
Exactly.
Now, women like fuck church. You know? They'll still be like wicked, whorish, but they at least have some integrity to be like, okay, let me go to church on Sunday. Now,
Exactly.
they whores Monday through Sunday. Openly. I ain't religious, like Shorty yesterday. Niggas wouldn't dare did that shit 10, 15 years ago, man. 15 years ago, niggas wouldn't dare did no shit like that, man. You know? And on back. You know? Because 10 years ago, this shit was over with. Shit was already done. Church was done 10 years ago. 15 on back, that's when niggas was still considering the church. You know? But anyway, brothers got something. You can read that scripture, not quite out there, brothers got it.
Okay.
Yep.
Isaiah chapter 59 and verse 14, it says, and judgment is turned away backward, and justice standeth afar off.
See?
For
Niggas' judgment is in reverse. He said judgment backwards. You know, the way niggas should judge something is completely in reverse. It's like upside down. You know, it's completely niggas like how they be like your judgment clouded. You know, you got it.
it says, and justice standeth afar off, for truth is fallen in the street, and equity cannot enter.
When somebody should help somebody out or save somebody from dying, which people do, they don't do now, but like a nigga stand and watch somebody bleed out, they just got shot and put them on the internet.
Yeah.
Right.
Damn, he just got shot in his head. But they doing that with us still being here. So the Lord, he ain't even talking about now. He said, when we not here no more, you gonna really see. So we ain't seeing shit. Ain't gonna be no justice. Justice when you justify somebody. Man, leave that alone. Ain't gonna be no damn Craigs and Debos.
Right.
Man, that's a female, man. Niggas gonna be out here beating the shit out of these women, man.
Taking it.
Like we seen it. Remember that one weekend?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's like that was the same weekend.
Yeah. That's the same. Yeah, that was like the icing.
Yeah. He was over. Nobody ain't go. Why ain't nobody go over there? Nobody got no justice. But this ain't really that. Now ain't the time that the brother reading. That's to come, because the truth's still in the streets, right? Brothers got something, or did you finish?
Yeah, that was it on that.
Okay, brothers got something.
Kind.
Let them, bring them out, man.
Proverbs 11:14.
Yep.
Where no counsel is, the people fall.
Yeah, and ultimately, that's what's gonna be happening when people run it. Like when a baby trying to learn how to walk, because you gotta, even in that sense, you gotta realize these people babies, they don't know nothing. You know, you either gonna be you can either intentionally become a baby spiritually by starting over, or the Lord gonna make you, either way, you still walking around like a baby, even if you choose to start over or not. So it don't even matter. But when babies trying to learn how to walk, they trying to go about finding their way. They trying to get to something, get away from something. They fall, even when they run. Hence, all these people like babies, when they run into and fro trying to find us in the streets and run from their danger, flee from the lion, which ain't necessarily a lion, but it could be, right? They gonna be literally falling out here, man. Cause they don't know where they're going, what to do. Niggas hats blowing all over places, sunglasses falling off people's faces. All this shit, just the wind coming and like the Lord said it would do.
Yeah, kind.
Go ahead, brother Salah.
No, that's it. Proverbs 11:14, where no counsel is, meaning that's us disappearing out of those highways, them places of concourse where people could get it. It says the people fall, and it's that simple. Once we gone, what is there to run to at that point? And the example as the elder was just using, it's like a baby. Like if you're not really guiding a baby, and they trying to do anything, they go fall every time. There's no counsel there. There's no direction. There's no leadership.
Yep. Ain't nobody there to tell them how to do it. So it's either if they don't know how to, okay, I need to keep a center of gravity, a center of balance. I need to keep this foot first. I can't try to walk too fast. You just watch a baby when they're trying to walk. You know? Like the results is only gonna be as good as what is, you know.
Exactly. They'll take off.
Go ahead, Slot.
I'm just saying, like they'll take off too fast. You ever see a baby like they get to walking, they don't know how to stop. They never even considered they have to stop. You know
what's heavy about that too? You don't ever sit there and be like, no, put your first foot forward. You know, they gotta figure it out on their own.
Yep.
But the scary part is if they fall and bust their ass, it's really on them.
Yeah. What's that line? If you fall on the concrete, that's your ass fault. But to finish this verse, it says, "But in the multitude of counselors, there is safety," and that's ultimately what we see right now. You know, it's safety right now. These people actually got a chance. It's a place open for repentance. You know, to the Israelites. So, man, safety. That it's a window of safety. It's only a certain window of safety that's open.
I got some. This is Sirach 39, and I'm gonna start at verse. I'm gonna jump straight to the point. It says, I'm gonna start at verse 31. All these trust to their hands, and everyone is wise in his work. Without these cannot a city be inhabited, and they shall not dwell where they will, nor go up and down. So that's these people that's caught up in the world. All these people that you see when we on the highways and passing in their cars on their way to do whatever, coming from whatever they may have just done. Like these people, right? They how the whole city even runs, right? But anyway, it says, they shall not be sought for in public council, nor sit high in the congregation. They shall not, this is prophecy, they shall not sit on the judge's seat, nor understand the sentence of judgment. They cannot declare justice and judgment, and they shall not be found where parables are spoken. See? But they will maintain the state of the world, and all their desire is in the work of their craft. So, point being, what does the word counsel mean? It means instruction. The Lord said these people ain't going to be, ultimately, the masses of these people, they're not going to receive instruction. So if they babies trying to learn how to walk, or they ain't going to get no guidance, man. Ultimately, it goes even further than just instructing you. Like it say, where parables are spoken, they shall not be found, man. So that just that's going into the prophecies. So you got the mass of these people that's manifesting this right now, and where the parables are being spoken, it's being proven. They not pulling up. They walking right past it, driving right past it. They may honk, but they just go on and maintain the state of the world. But that's your ass, because you ain't gonna know what's to come, and you ain't gonna be instructed. The whole time you a baby. You're gonna have to walk and try to run away from something. You don't know how. Man. So these people gonna literally be running in the streets as babies in the spirit, trying to, I think I need to go there. They're gonna be falling all over the fucking place, man. Like literally. That's why the Lord putting us amongst this. The truth, the ministry is built with it is inserted amongst all that and all these people around us. So when we go back and read these scriptures, we can understand it now. That's what it's talking about. Many gonna run to and fro, seeking for the truth. That's outside. Mother, why? All hell breaking loose now. So all these motherfuckers coming up scoffing, they fulfilling prophecies. That was just to back you up. That's it.
Yeah, Con. Yeah, that was it.
Con. I got something if I can, Baba Kasha. Is Nahum 1:7. It says,
oh, hey, you know what's heavy about that too? What was the key word attached to counsel? Salaki. Public. They shall not be let me see real quick. I just want to make sure brothers heard that. They shall not be sought for in public counsel. Meaning what? In the streets. That's a public counsel we hold. It's a counsel for the public. See that? That shit crazy. Go ahead, brother. That shit is crazy.
Con. The brothers bring out Proverbs 1:20 yet?
Nah. Wisdom in the streets.
121.
Con.
That's the spirit. Go ahead. Bring it back up.
There's Proverbs 1:20. It says, "Wisdom crieth without; she uttereth her voice in the streets." It says, "She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates, in the city she uttereth her words." So yeah, like these people are ignoring the way out. Wisdom, right? Going to the Isaiah 33:6. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of your times. And they're completely ignoring it, right? And that's what the men of the Lord are on the streets speaking. The way out, pretty much salvation, a way to be saved, which is in the Lord. And then I was holding Nahum 1:7. It says, "The Lord is good, a stronghold in the day of trouble, and he knoweth them that trust in him." So what's gonna happen to the people that don't trust in him? They're gonna be in hell. They're gonna have hell coming to them.
Yeah, kind. And I mean, yeah, the scriptures just to support them. Let me read this real quick. Because if the Lord, if he was to turn his back, basically, if he don't know you, you subjected to whatever he has going on. That's basically, if he don't know you, he'll leave you subject to everything that he lays out, which is hell. So just to back this brother up, this is Proverbs 15 and 11. Hell and destruction, which is what hell ultimately is a state or a condition, but it says hell and destruction are before the Lord. How much more than the hearts of the children of men? So the Lord he's given us the perspective of how he sees it. He has hell before him. He good where he's at. But what's before him is that footstool. That's hell. That's why it's hell on earth. So if the Lord was to forget about you, you subjected to the shit. You know what I'm saying? So backing him up, he said, basically all that the Lord know, they basically good, right? And so that just implies everybody that isn't, they subjected to whatever the hell. But it's only what's before the Lord. We're only dealing with the options the Lord laid out. What's before him? Hell and destruction. You know what I'm saying? So when the Lord, that's why it says in Sirach, the 18th chapter, I don't know if brothers got something. If not, we can grab that real quick. Since he mentioned that the spirit got it going that way. I want to say the 24th verse or the 26th verse. But that's why it says, think upon the wrath. Just read it.
I got it.
Go ahead.
Sirach 18 and 24 says, "Think upon the wrath that shall be at the end." It says, "And the time of vengeance." when he shall turn away his face.
Right. Meaning he gonna stop managing the hell and destruction. Because what's before him? What's in front of him? We're before each other, right? Meaning we're in front of each other. If you do this, right? What's before me, I'm no longer even paying attention to, or you know what I'm saying? That shit crazy. And that's how that's why he say, think upon that. The Lord gonna literally turn his back on hell and destruction. This shit gonna literally just, it's like basically shit gonna get out of control. He gonna let this shit get out of control.
If I can, that's like the that one commercial the brother Mahar was talking about, where it was supposed to be the Most High when his phone had died, everything just started going crazy. I don't know if
probably around. Yeah.
yeah. I believe he had pulled it up before, but basically like when his phone had died, you know what I'm saying, he wasn't able to see nothing, and everything just started going mayhem, you know.
It's pretty much in line with the video we got queued up. Pretty much the same situation.
Yeah. Because that video is a continuation of the reasoning why people were running, of the original reasoning for why the people are gonna be running. It's written that people gonna be running. The fuck they running from? Well, let's go ahead and get it. Ecclesiastes 5. Or Amos, Salaki, not Ecclesiastes. Amos 5. 5, and the brothers already know.
Yeah, Con.
Go ahead. And shit. Somebody also hold Amos 3 and 6. You got it.
Yeah, Con. I'm sorry. Yeah, Amos chapter 5 and verse 18.
Yeah.
It says, "Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you?"
Right. Going back into what Nakoya just read. The word what? End. See? The end is said to be a time where the Lord turned his back on what's before him, which is hell and destruction. Meaning he gonna stop paying attention to it. It's gonna get out of control. The manager is gonna, imagine if you leave a place you in charge of, you just stop paying attention to what's going on. Mother's gonna be doing whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
People gonna be stealing. Motherfucker might get killed.
Yeah, it's just gonna be crazy, that boy.
The place might get burnt up, but it's all intentional. See? You got it.
Yeah, Con. It says, "To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him."
See? Flee. Same word as run.
Yep.
Running from what? Their destruction. That's just symbolic for their destruction. But it's literally going to get to the point where literally people out here running from animals. That's a whole nother thing, man. And we trying to tell you people that, man. But matter of fact, somebody hold that in 2nd Ezra, the 5th chapter. And it's in verse 8. But let's get that Amos 3 and 6.
Con.
Oh, go ahead.
Con. This is Amos 3 and 6. It says, "Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid?"
Right.
Shall
Once
there
again,
be?
We went into that already. Who's the trumpet? The wisdom crying out in the streets, which is simply what? The men of the Lord, the prophets. Once again, where? In the streets.
Streets, Con.
The Lord is showing us is coming down to these streets. Niggas be saying that in the world. She for the streets, or she belongs to the streets, or something. You got it. That's the spirit.
And the people not be afraid?
Right.
Shall there
So
be?
you got brothers out here telling, like, we basically tell you like the message that wisdom is coming with, which is what? A warning. We're supposed to be reading to you Sirach 18 and was it 24, 26 about what? Saying basically to you loud. Think about the wrath that shall be, when the Lord shall turn away his face. Wisdom is coming in a warning type of way, and in the gospel, because it's balanced type of way, But most of you people gonna get fucking destruction, which is good anyway. So it's like, the perfect package. But you got it.
Come.
Once again, through the
It
men
says,
that's
shall
out
there
here,
be
Salaki. Once again, through these men that's out here through these streets, Salaki, through these streets, in these streets.
Mhm.
Period, man. It's all about the street. You might, it come down to the street so much outside, not in fucking people's homes. It come down, shit, not even just on the internet. It literally come down to, and you know what's crazy? Well, shit, I won't even say that. But that too. I seen a nigga reference, it's crazy on these YouTube streets. You know? Like when a nigga ain't on the street, like niggas, because it's a whole nother world. When you on here, it's like you in the streets. You know, spiritually. All hell gonna break loose on here when this shit go away. But anyway, it come down the street so much, motherfucker might be in a damn marketplace, grocery store, and might run into a brother that know the truth. Mug might be in there. It might be an over righteous brother, got his fringes on, and somebody ask him, "Are you one of the Hebrew Israelites?" Or somebody might just ask him or ask her, "Why do you wear that?" And he or she tell her, or more mainly I'll say he, tell him like, "Well, yeah, you know, God finna destroy America. It's gonna be crazy out here." They exchange numbers, but that's showing you what it all comes down to. What's going on in these streets. It's all gonna come down to these streets. People gonna get caught up out here. You hear the truth in the streets. If you don't hear the truth and repent and turn back to it through what you will hear through these streets, you're gonna get caught up in these streets. That's why you can be out somewhere and see motherfuckers at your job, which is in the streets, and they wearing fringes, or they come in, they bugged out, and you tell them or something, you know? All hell gonna break loose out here, brothers. Got it, you got it, brother Salaki.
Yeah, I got a quick little, point on what the elder just said about these YouTube streets, internet streets. Like, just imagine, I meditated on this before. Imagine the live streams in that day, like the stuff people will be streaming, the stuff that's actually going to be able to be seen. You know what I'm saying? Like people not gonna hold back.
Yeah, if I could add, we got a glimpse to that like through the protest, Salakia.
No, you got it.
Yeah, the Lord gave us a glimpse of that through the through the protests that just happened like a few years back, like 2 years back.
Yeah, kind. Yep, kind.
You got it, the war. Go ahead and finish that.
Khan. Back to Amos 3:6. Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord hath not done it?
Streets. Go ahead.
Surely the Lord Yahweh will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets.
Which we over that point, you know what I'm saying? It's more so now we telling y'all that it's just a blame and focusing on us. You know what I'm saying? Like we focusing for ourselves. Like it's for us first and foremost. Like the men of the Lord, obviously in the streets, who are those that have the secrets. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that should be your concern, but most not gonna take heed. So really, we just gonna go ahead and just be concerned with what the Lord's saying. It's coming down to these streets, these cities. It ain't gonna be all hell breaking loose in people's homes. No, people gonna be outside when all hell break loose. It's like people outside when the truth coming out. You know? Shit, that's why the Lord be killing niggas that be bullshitting with this truth. Here it is. It's too hot for you to go outside. It's too cold. But everybody outside. You know what I'm saying? It come down to these streets, man. So all these people, it's magnificent for people to come up scoffing in the very place they might die in. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be the complete opposite. Like instead of you arguing in the streets, caught up out here and whatever you in, whatever madness, with the way out, how you gonna argue with the way out? Do you argue with a map? You know what I'm saying? That shit is stupid. But that's the equivalent of what these people be doing. But see, when that day come, they ain't gonna do that no more, but they gonna still be out here in these streets. And now they gonna be trying to look for a way out. But they gonna be running out, you know? Before they was walking. They just walked past the truth. They just drove past the truth. When the truth ain't there, we in the streets no more, people gonna be running through the streets, looking for the truth. and then running from whatever the hell we was trying to warn, the truth was trying to warn them about, man, which is this word, which is brought out through the men that was in these streets, which was ultimately wisdom, hence a map and instruction. But you want to be a dumbass. Eventually, people gonna be doing 100 per mile an hour down these streets, man. Cause they see paddy wagons coming to get everybody. A nigga think he finna flee to the next. Why you think the Lord got all this mapped out like this? A man shall desire to enter into a city and shall not be able, because his city just got locked down because all hell breaking loose outside. All the stores empty. Because you think Esau gonna really let people just go crazy? No, they're gonna start rounding niggas up and put niggas in those camps. And people gonna go because that's why they got the military set up. You got people that's trained to beat your ass. Esau the devil. You know? They gonna be, niggas gonna try to get in their Hellcats and flee. Niggas can't, just as much as niggas can't shoot, they miss and hit other people when they shoot guns. Niggas gonna be trying to flee and they gonna be crashing in them Hellcats. Jays can't drive, shoot, Jay can't do shit right, man. You niggas is some damn clumsy mugs, man. Bro's got something?
Con. I was holding the scripture that you read.
Go ahead.
Yeah, there's a second Ezra 15 and 17. So the man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
Now you can be analytical and pretty much look into why. Like you can think about, okay, why would a man think of all the reasons why somebody trying to flee from a city to another city? That's the Lord giving you right there. That's broad for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So many reasons. And once again, in order to get to another city, you gotta be in the streets. So now that takes you to thinking about, okay, niggas gonna be driving trying to get other places. People might be on boats. Nigga might be on a bike. Nigga might be on a fucking electric scooter. You know? People gonna try to get on planes, which ultimately still be in the streets. It's gonna be a lot of plane crashes. You know what I'm saying? That's another way people ain't gonna be able to get to a city. Your plane, you probably, man, it only take 3 hours to get to Miami, bro. You trying to hit the plane? I got 2 flights, round trip or whatever, some shit, right? Your pilot might have a heart attack. Because he just heard his house got broken into and everybody died.
Exactly.
He just crashed, or the Lord just he might get pissed. A demon come over him, he kill everybody on board. Now you can't get into that city. There's so many, see, the Lord words it's omnipotent. You can't say that ain't saying that. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You got something. Go ahead, folks.
Yeah, and one of those reasons could be them just trying to find the word, you know? They could have seen brothers preaching maybe a mile out and then say they might tell their family, we got to see these people. We got to go over here, you know, make our way down this way. But streets might be boarded up, might be blocked off by military, you know. You might hear in the streets that down that way people are they're eating each other down that way because of lack of food, things that. You never know. Right. Now I wanted to keep going if I can, Baba Kasha.
You got it.
Yeah, 2 Ezra 15 and 18, it says, for because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. So that's again in these streets, you know. You got men, so-called mighty men, you know, that might have had a name for themselves in the world. They're gonna be afraid, scared, not knowing what to do because they didn't have that wisdom that was being preached, you know, shouted like a trumpet in the streets. Yeah.
This is not clear. It's clearly talking about us and this ministry and what we're doing. What else fit this?
Can't think of nothing else.
You know? Brother say, a man with spiritual power knocks the plane down. That's a whole nother level of it. You know? But yeah, or you know, a nigga just simply keeping it on levels that people can think on. Not saying you wrong for saying that, or we wrong for saying anything that's on the high level. Because once again, it's for us first and foremost, and then whoever may listen for their believers. But or might come in and this might be your first time hearing this truth. This your first impression, or what the brother also just read, and going into another way that a man shall desire to enter into a city simply and not being able, which is gonna happen. He's gonna have those situations. That's the Lord telling you. It could be simply due to him crashing his car on the way because he's so damn fucking scared, crashing his Hellcat. He was trying to fly through like a little street, like the street we was on yesterday. Imagine somebody in a Hellcat trying to do 100 down that street, how tight it is. Niggas do that type of shit, though. He run into the damn restaurant. That shit be happening.
Yeah.
That happened when we, the place we marked, we dusted off. You know what I'm saying? That happened right on off of that, man, off Harlem. Across the street from that, it used to be Valley Total Fitness back in the day, but I don't know what the fuck it is. Now, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, some gym, I figured
that. That nigga that be reporting, he was standing in front of that shit. Niggas and you know those apartments right there.
Right.
Somebody crashed off that main street into them brick apartments, and the fucking whole shit was destroyed. Like literally.
No, I can't, because I know exactly what you're talking about now, because that job looked like it got demoed, the building.
Remember that shit?
Yeah.
I ain't ride past it. You probably seen it. I seen it.
I've just recently seen it. I'm thinking about it now. I'm like, that's definitely it. That building, because it's like, it's like it looked like it got demoed, but the car went through that mud.
So they still ain't fixed it.
It's basically being back fixed up. But I was trying to because it is like if you look at all the buildings around, it's like why would they destroy this one? Yep. So that's definitely the one there. So
if niggas doing that type of shit now, and they ain't, imagine when they gotta escape from shit, it's gonna be motherfucker might run their car in your home. You like, what the fuck? A nigga that was scoffing, he trying to, look for you on the YouTube out of there at this point, and a car just come through his window, man. His living room, like that's the type of shit be happening. They be making parodies of that type of shit, but that's the type of stuff the Bible saying gonna happen. All right, brothers, got something?
I got something.
Go ahead.
This is Sirach 2 and verse. I'm gonna start at verse 13. It says, "Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not. Therefore shall he not be defended." It says, "Woe unto you that have lost patience, for what will ye do when the Lord shall visit you?"
Now that make you think, like he leaving. That's like a ... That's a lot. That could make you think of a lot, because you don't know how the Lord gonna visit you. The Bible tell you, but you really don't know. He can visit you in more ways that he may have not exactly said he'll visit you. Like, for instance, if you read, I think that's Isaiah 26, the Lord say he's going to visit the earth with earthquakes, thunder, lightning, stuff like that. But famine is also how he visits the earth. Yahweh Shai, he ain't say, I'm going to visit the earth with Yahweh Shai. Well, Yahweh Shai going to visit the earth, right?
Right.
And Yahweh's in Yahweh Shai, right? So the Lord, that's why you gotta take his word serious, because you would think you've heard all you need to hear, but he ain't gonna be like, he gonna give you a reason to keep reading the scriptures. Nigga think, well, the Lord say he only gonna visit with earthquakes, and so I ain't gotta, I just need to get away from where his earthquakes at.
Right.
Or if the Lord say he only gonna visit with thunder and lightning, I just need to get in my bathtub when it's a thunderstorm or go in the basement. That's how niggas think. But you dummy, he's also telling you in other ways he visits the earth. He ain't gonna say it specifically, because he's creating a situation where only the diligent, which is those he will even consider saving and will save, will go and get it. A nigga like you wouldn't get it. Simple monkey, Salaki, brothers got something?
Yeah, I got something.
You got it.
Yeah, just on the thought process that we presenting right now. 1 Thessalonians 5:3, it says, "For when they shall say, peace and safety.
Uh,
You know, and what I'm thinking is like most they think peace and safety. Like I just built my bunker. You know what I'm saying? To them in their mind, that's peace and safety. Or
that's it.
you know, I just moved out of state because you know earthquakes happening. Let me go somewhere. You know, for example.
Yep.
But when they shall say peace and safety, it says then sudden destruction cometh upon them. So that bunker fell because you're not there. Matter of fact, it wasn't sturdy enough to withstand those earthquakes. You know, whatever. You already know. There's many different situations. It goes on. It says then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So there ain't no escaping. If the Lord has, you know, a judgment for you, a bad judgment for you, as we speaking about right now, it's gonna come to you. You know, there ain't no escaping that.
I got something to back you up real quick. This is Matthew 7:26. It says, "And everyone that heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them not shall be likened unto a foolish man, which built his house upon the sand. And the rains descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell. And great was the fall of it." So you got it.
No, that's perfect because that house, if it's not built right, if it's not built structurally right, you know, ultimately talk about ourselves. You know, this house first and foremost,
Right.
And whatever other building you try to build, if it's not built on the right foundation, it's not going to stand when those floods come.
Yeah, that's why the Lord say in what's that, Isaiah 46, when he says, "Seek unto the rock from whence ye are hewn." You know what I'm saying? That's our foundation. All of us so-called Black, Latino, Native American, Indian people are so-called Black people. We're supposed to go back to our foundation, which is Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And the reason why he's also telling us to go back to our foundation, because the Lord don't want us to be destroyed. He actually says that. He said, "I have no pleasure in the destruction of the wicked."
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because I'm his kids. You know, like when David, think about it. Perfect example. Absalom, he wanted to kill his, he popped his, you know, he took, you know, women, father's women, and then he was basically trying to take basically like he was trying to just kill his father. He's trying to take his power, his position, everything. And David still told, which he's being wicked. And David's a man of war, so he was, you know, warring with him basically. But he really went out of his way to tell them not to put him to death. And when they end up putting him to death, you know, because, you know, Jake loyal. Jake ended up putting, you know, his son to death, Absalom to death, and King David lost it. He was hurt. He was literally hurt. If you go back and read that story, he was hurt, man. That account, he was hurt. Like he ripped his garment and everything. After all Absalom did, though. And remember, David was said to have a heart after the Most High, mind at the Most High. So the Lord really don't like Jake dying, man. But he will destroy your ass, man. Why would you want to, you know, kill your fucking kids, man? That's why he said, "Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints." All our people saints, they fucking monkeys, you know, 2/3. So, but this not to take away from the message. It's about to get real out here on y'all, man. Because that's the law. If you got a foolish child, the Lord tell us to put your child to death. Literally, he rebellious. You're supposed to take his ass out and stone him. So the Lord ain't no hypocrite. You know, he gonna do it. And these niggas is definitely foolish. Arguing with a map. Here you is trying to get to the location. We ain't gonna go new school and talk about GPS. Let's talk about an old map. Like you pull it out of the glove compartment, unfold it. Yeah. Niggas arguing with the map. Motherfucker, you don't know. You know? And the map completely correct. It's like, go here. It ain't even a complicated map. It's like, imagine a map that literally got, you know, a dot that circled and it say you, and then it got the arrow coming off of it. It says, go here. And it's really just straight. A nigga flip the shit upside, motherfucker. That's the equivalent of what these niggas be doing. Sound doctrine. The time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine. Stupid mugs, man. You got it, brother. Whoever. If not,
Slocky, I just wanted to add to the brother's point. Just going like hell and destruction is so broad, you know, it's just such a broad statement to make. You know, that's why the Lord, he had that show get put out, the 1,000 Ways to Die. You know?
Right.
And then there's seasons too. So, crazy.
Oh, God.
But yeah.
That's crazy. I forgot about that. Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Yeah, all that type of stuff.
Do you think a nigga can get stabbed with a 9-inch knife through his brain and live? You know, this is the man that lived that took the longest knife in the world through his brain. You know, it's a world record. Well, that type of, yeah, believe it or not. And that's literally, that's shit. This is some Ripley's Believe It or Not stuff. This is truth. You know, niggas believe it or not.
that's definitely it. One of those stories that stick out to me, I'll forgive if it's on the 1,000 Ways to Die with the Ripleys. It was like a dude who just spontaneously combusted, so-called, you know, like I think people under pressure, like things happen. Like more just basically just disappear, disintegrate. It's like men's hearts failing them. Like your whole everything just fail you, you know, because it's gonna be that bad out here. Like we can't even really imagine the things we're gonna see and experience.
Yeah, Con.
Just had them wither away.
Yeah, Con. I got. Let's get somebody hold anything we hold when we brought out yet. I know we got the matter of fact, let's go ahead and get that. That second Ezra's 5 and 8. And then let's hold Matthew 24 and 40 through 41. And we're gonna hold second Ezra's 13 and 22. And we're gonna read through 24. All right, whoever got that second Ezra's 5.
Should I continue where we left off, or just go straight to the verse 8?
Where you at?
Start at 1.
Just jump to 8, straight to the point.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Second Ezra chapter 5 and verse 8. It says, "There shall be a confusion also in many places."
So see, these all separate prophecies. And there shall be what? Confusion in many places. Meaning what? People gonna not know. People gonna literally be in a state of disarray everywhere. Like, but it's to a level to where the Lord had to literally give it its own highlighted place of acknowledgement as a prophecy. So that's gonna. We really ain't seeing that just yet. You know what I'm saying? Do you not think people can become more confused than what they already are? You know? Come on, man. They say the Lord said his people wise to do wicked. You know? And wisdom is unlimited. You know? Go ahead, brother.
Kind. Second Ezra chapter 5 verse 8. There shall be a confusion also in many places.
Right, which is through the Babylon Jews spreading across the earth, you know, which means confusion, meaning America, the ways of America and the mindsets of America and the things America's focused on will basically have leaked out to the other places of the earth, you know. But really, we know this is primarily going to take place in America, because who really, even though that confusion is spreading to the other nations, the people of the earth or none of the places of the earth can be more confused than the actual place of the confusion. You know, the source of the confusion. If you hear, you literally more likely to be confused than anywhere else. You're gonna be more confused here than anywhere else on the earth. That's how fucking bad this place is. I mean, war. You gotta think, people literally, it's bodies left out in Ukraine right now on the streets just sitting, and niggas watching the playoffs. But like, you can watch the playoffs, but niggas don't even know that. They ain't even thinking about that shit. You know, Biden just told you it's gonna be a food shortage. He told you a lot of shit. He said, we don't care if it takes 6 days, 6 weeks, or 6 months. We're gonna get it done. Nigga literally said 666. Your president. And you niggas voted for him. Especially you so-called Latinos and you so-called blacks and Latinos. You was the main fucking people that voted for Joe Biden, which is against the law. I got a video on my phone. The Northern Kingdom, these niggas was cha-chaing. I think it was either for Trump at one of the rallies. Like they was literally hosting a rally for Trump, and they was playing a. That shit was crazy. I'm like, this shit.
I think I seen that.
Download the shit. I just never
Yeah,
fucking put it out. Where that fucking phone? I'm gonna have to grab that shit. But anyway,
Yeah, I think I seen that too.
goddamn, it was so bad. It was a world star hip hop moment. That's where I seen that shit at. You know, so it ain't a good look. Even the niggas in the world, and you so-called black people, which you so-called Latinos, so-called black people too, but just according to social construct, right? And the reason, and we know it's true because Joe Biden a Democrat. You know what I'm saying? So they really, the reason for why Joe Biden is in office, thank Jake. You know? So that's a result of confusion, is what I think I was tying that back to. But you got it, brother, because that ain't even the point. You got it.
2nd Ezra chapter 5 and 8. There shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be oft sent out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places.
Right. So that's how you can make sense of Amos, the 5th chapter and the 18th verse, pretty much being manifold, you know, as far as really being a symbolism for what people running from their destruction, you know, their worst nightmares, things they need to take serious, like the elder brother said, that like those are serious animals, you know, a lion and a bear, you know, and a poisonous serpent. That's serious. No one plays with those. But knowing that it's manifold, really based off this, as far as also can literally mean your ass might be running from a lion or a bear. You know what I'm saying? And if you escape, you might get bit by a poison serpent out here, man. That shit is literally common. Like, I remember growing up, niggas used to always be worrying about snakes out in the grass. You don't hear about that shit no more, though. But that was common. Like, watch when you cut in the grass, there's probably a snake out there. You know what I'm saying? A snake will just be sitting in your grass. You don't even know it. And it could be poisonous. And niggas will literally be like, well, don't worry about it, because if it's a garden snake, it's not poisonous. So Jake that was a concern of our people. That used to really be a thing. You know, you remember that, brother?
Okay.
Yeah.
I got a testimony for that too. I said, when I was growing up, I was at my grandma's house, and she had like a huge field in her backyard. And we was playing outside, and I had like, I feel like I fell off the patio and like had like just touched the grass. And I look up and I seen a snake just staring at me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna like popped his head up and was like staring at me like that. I like jumped back.
Yeah. It's like a lot of the species, they ain't really around. They used to be around. Like bees, snakes.
It's normal stuff. Like, you know, you must used to see frogs, you know, like on a normal. You don't see that too often. You would see some, but like that was like a normal thing to see as a shorty.
Yeah. So that's just showing basically that shit can happen. Like, why don't you think a mountain lion can come in your shit?
Right.
Or a bear? People so into these things, they forgot, like, yo, this is how life works. Like the example that was made through the spirit yesterday, to really stop people from reacting the wrong way. When we brought out the Ecclesiastes 3:1 and it got to it's the time to kill. And I flipped it to where they wouldn't be like y'all on some bullshit. I gave an example, like through the spirit, I was like, it might be a time where you need to hunt. Who can gainsay that? And you hungry, so you gotta obviously kill an animal. You know what I'm saying? So people, even though people so here, right, they still know what's common to this earth once reminded. They may have forgot, but that don't mean what's common to the earth is not common. So to flee from a bear is not common. To get bit by a poisonous snake is not common. Even a fucking lion, just off the fact that in your local cities you got zoos.
Yeah,
you know? You got it.
Yeah, I got a quick angle. So I had a video though, but And it's people who like have pet lions, you know, like that's a thing. So what happened when they eat their owner or they just get escaped on the loose? You know what they go do? So they just furthering the idea like you can't think just like like it's stuff out there. People, you hear the stories about people that got lions in their apartments. They're in the projects, but they got a lion. You know, they got pythons and poisonous snakes. These things can get loose, and all types of animals that that shouldn't be domesticated, if you will.
Yeah. Mom had a dream that it was a blue lion eating a mug in the middle of the street, man. And I had lines about, my woman, she had a dream about it. I've mentioned this before, but mother had a dream about, it was a lion in the middle of the street driving back. It was a blue lion. You know what I'm saying? All blue lion and was just ripping this dude limb from limb. You know what I'm saying? In the middle of the street, a blue lion. We talking about in the city. Fuck she get that dream from? And then it was literally from the heavens, because if she, let's say she wanted to think it, right? Why the fuck would she make it blue?
Right.
So you can't deny it. You know what I'm saying? So I see that. But then I had a dream. Like the Jakes I used to, be at this plant with, they was getting ate, man. Niggas was on their stomach getting their backs ate out. Like where they spine at, man. By wolves. You know what I'm saying? That shit was crazy. I had another dream about a Jake I watched this dude. That shit like traumatized me for a moment. I watched the alligator eat a Jake whole, man. Like he didn't even chew him, he just swallowed him. And, alligators don't even subdue their prey like that. They bite them and then they twist them, they flip over and shit. He just swallowed this nigga, man. I'm talking about right in front of me, man. That shit fucked my head up, man. I'm telling you, people gonna go crazy out here when they start seeing this shit. But the point being, you can finish the scripture, brother.
Yeah, kind.
We're gonna get a few more.
Yeah. 2 Ezra 5 and 8. There shall be confusion also in many places.
Right.
And the fire shall be oft sent out again.
Right.
And the wild beasts shall change their places.
Right.
And menstruous women shall bring forth monsters.
Right. Yeah. So the wild beasts gonna change their places. So it ain't basically lions ain't gonna just be in zoos no more. Mountain lions ain't gonna just be in mountains no more. Bears ain't just gonna be in forests no more. Remember when the pandemic hit all of the animals because it was so quiet.
Yep.
They was like storming the cities and shit.
Yep. I remember it was a video. They said it was wolves downtown.
Cause it was so quiet. That's how you know animals smart, man.
Yeah.
And then that was really a token from the Lord, showing like it ain't nothing for me to send my, if the Lord wanted, he can send a lion to your front door right now. Easy. You think you finna come outside, go home from work, there's a lion at your car. And he was sent to eat you. The Lord arrows don't miss, and those arrows also don't go just into the missiles, they go into the plagues. The arrows don't miss. You know what I'm saying? So if a lion is sent to eat a person, they gonna eat them, man. It's all by design, okay? But anyway,
yeah, real quick.
You go ahead.
I'm just gonna show this on here because I had recorded this a minute ago. Just while we on point. See, like this a fox. It was just at these people window,
Look at it. He got angels on him.
Yeah. You got to hear it. If I had the actual audio, that's crazy. Like the noises he making, like that, man. But yeah, he just came in the window.
You can see the angels on him. He got demons in him.
Yeah. He was sent though. Clearly he is my man window like that. But
the people just think we just like this. It's in the scriptures. We just bringing it out, But anyway, let's go ahead and jump back to 2 Ezra 5 and 1, then we'll get those other ones.
Yeah, kind.
Yep. And then cap that point off. I got some real quick. This Iraq 39 and I'm gonna start at 29. It says fire and hail. Really I'll start at 28. It says there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on short strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. So those the angels that was given the job to hop on animals or people, and to have them go forth as to use them as vessels to bring forth the certain destruction to a person or to a thing or on the earth in a particular way the Lord wanted. And it says fire, hail, and famine. So spirits in these different weather storms, right? It says and death. All these were created for vengeance. You know, the spirit of the Lord is literally behind those. Is literally in those missiles. It's literally going to be in that fire that's going to engulf this place. But it goes on to say what? Teeth of wild beasts. What the brother just pulled up, man. So it was a spirit put on that fox, which is why he was acting like that and looking like that. You know, it says, and scorpions, serpents, and sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. So when the time come, that was just a token. That's why he ain't eat nobody, right?
Nah.
Yeah. When the time come for him to eat somebody, if it's the angel that was given a lot to have to make sure to pretty much play out an animal eating a particular animal eating a particular person or killing a person or wounding a person. Whoever was given that duty on the left hand side, whatever demon that is gonna come down and hop on whatever the animal that is, and it's gonna have the animal act that shit up on the person. You know, that's what we dealing with, man. Spirits. You gotta be able to see this shit, man. You can see the spirit on that animal, man. But anyway, all right, let's get that Sirach. Second Ezra 5.
Yeah, kind of. Second Ezra chapter 5 and 1. Nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number.
Yep. And where? Where does that sound like? In the streets. Go ahead.
And the way of the truth shall be hidden.
Right. Because where is the truth at? In the streets. Go ahead.
And the land shall be barren of faith.
Right. And people gonna start being once again going back to Proverbs 20 and 6. Most men will proclaim their goodness, their goodliness, and etc. But a faithful man who can find, not one that didn't take heed or was exposed or given the situation to where they had a one-on-one conversation with those that know the truth. You know, that's so this, so just really simplifying the point, it's saying the land shall be barren of faith, which is those people, those people that didn't take heed to hearing the truth in the street when they probably came and had a one-on-one, or the Lord made, because he ain't gonna give everybody a one-on-one. Me and the brother was talking about this. He's not gonna give everybody a one-on-one with the men of the Lord. Some people he's just gonna have ride past completely, or see a sign, or see a video. But is the Lord wicked for that? No, he still showed you. You still seen. As he said, have they not all heard? You know how long we would be here if we had to have a one-on-one with everybody? Because he said we gonna be a sign. So just as much as you can look up and see some strange activity in the sky, it don't matter if you got the telescope. It don't matter if you was on a plane. Right. You still fucking seen it. That was enough to take heed. That's more than enough. Basically, I'm saying the Lord is saying that us just being seen, Israel just being seen is so powerful to where, and so much of a sign to where it's enough. Which is why he said no sign gonna be given except the sign of the prophet Jonas. What the fuck you think we really look like when we be standing out there? Looking like in these people's eyes, according to public perception, niggas. A straight sign. We like a goddamn comet flying through the, Yeah. Fuck you gotta have a one-on-one with everybody for. I remember the first time I heard Israelite, I was in a damn church. a building, I should say. And that word stuck out to me so much as a child. For some reason, I thought of palm trees and everything. He's like, the Israelites. I was like, the Israelites. But I was too young, so I wasn't, I was like young. I was like a kid, But I remember that shit. It just came up in one of the scriptures he read. He referenced the Israelites, and I ain't never heard nothing about the Israelites, from that nigga from the times I, was growing and shit. But that shit, it holds that much weight, man. Okay. But anyway, all right. So we can bring those next ones out. Matthew 24 and 40. Then we're gonna get that video. And then there's one quick point I just want to make through the spirit. And then brother got something, bring it out, and we close out. Or whatever word,
I know you had also had called 2 Ezra 13 and 23.
Yeah, kind. Yeah, all those that we hold, that we're gonna bring out.
I got Matthew 24 and verse 40. It says, "Then shall two be in the field, and one shall be taken, and the other left."
Right. And where's the field? When Jake be like, I'm in the field, what are they talking about? The streets. People, meaning people gonna get caught out here. And it just say two. It don't say two men, two women. It just say two. So it could be anybody. And it's gonna be people that's caught up in this fucking madness, man. Going into these people. Matter of fact, just to hit that point, and also if a brother can hold Psalms 91. Real quick, let me grab this. This is Salakia. Proverbs 17 and 24. Wisdom is before him that hath understanding, but the eyes of a fool are in the ends of the earth. So I lost my train of point. So if you train of thought, so if you can read that one more time. Oh, Salakia. So you got the water here about Chanel shot, but you got it just say two. It don't say two men. It don't say two women. It could be anybody. So people gonna literally they're gonna get caught up out here in the streets, in the field, aka the streets, right? In the world. The field is literally the world, according to the scriptures, which is synonymous with the streets. Now, or these streets. The way they're gonna get caught up is because their eyes in the end of the earth. You know what I'm saying? Niggas getting a new phone. Nigga might be under his car changing his tire. He work on his car every day. You know what I'm saying? Nigga got a flat. He got to change a donut on the side of the road. All that shit. She twerking. Edomites walking down the street on their dude shit. All these are people. Those are people that's gonna be stopped dead in their tracks. Those same tracks or that same path where many be that go in they're at is literally go get these people put to death because it's a track or a path that's literally one that leads people to having their eyes in the end of the earth. Like that's why that happened yesterday when that girl sunglasses blew off her face across the ground, the concrete in front of us and away from us. That was a sign, man. These people, they here, man. Okay? And that's how they gonna get taken. They gonna get caught out here, man. But you got it.
It says, verse 41, 2 women shall be grinding at the mill. The one shall be taken and the other left.
Right. So one instant means what? Be put to death. Okay. Now, you got women a lot of women work. A lot of women, they run women, they got so many of the jobs on lock out here. I went to get my little tire changed or whatever. And the women, it was a number of women in there dressed as mechanics. I swear. It was one dude, one so-called male in there, and he was an Edomite, but they was telling him what to do. They was in there ringing up the order. She had the suit on. You know how they had a little thing across and it say Mike, the little Mickey. I swear I kid you not. I was like, what the fuck? Everywhere I be going, women running the place. So with these women that's taking over, and this cousin Esau, they taking over in the job force, right? They're gonna get caught out here. Like we was watching that video last night, Mahar, with Shorty that was them Jakes that got killed in that new shoe store. I forget what the hell that shit was called, Splinter or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And she was this bitch was the security, because you know how Jake, like when you go like the grocery stores like Walmart, they got the Securitas security truck that drive around. She was the security, an Israelite woman, and she was on the, which is how they got word of what happened, because she was there. So when the reporters came, they talked to her. She's still in the truck. She looking up in the you know, out, you know, she looking out the window up talking to him, because she's sitting down in the truck. She's like, yeah, it was crazy. You know, the little boy, he could have, you know, she fits that bill that you just read. She gonna get killed next time, or when all hell break loose, she gonna be doing that, possibly. Muslim, and that's there. They gonna, you know, they gonna get caught out here, man. And where is she at again? In these streets. See, that's it.
I say we
That must-
built. It's Salakia.
You got it.
Yeah, not cut the brother off, Salakia. But we dealt with that hand on with the, you know, that female security guard that
That's
walked
what
up
I was
on
gonna
us.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Khan. Let's go ahead and get that second Ezra. 13. Couple more.
Come. Second Esdras 13 and 22 says, whereas thou hast spoken of them that are left behind.
Right.
This
Now this is going into what it means to be left. One shall be taken, the other left. Go ahead.
This is the interpretation.
Right.
He that shall endure the peril in that time hath kept himself.
Right.
They that be fallen into danger are such as have works and faith toward the Almighty.
Right. Because the just man gonna fall 7 times, but they gonna get up. So really that's telling you everybody gonna fall. If the just man gonna fall, but the difference is, it's pointed out that the just man gonna get up, meaning he kept himself. Right? It's because this shit gonna get that dangerous. I mean, we around that much wickedness. It's that much influence of wickedness around you. You're gonna end up falling. You know? That's why I says if those days aren't shortened, the elect won't be saved. You know? Meaning it's that much wickedness we down here amongst, man. Like it's crazy. So you can might as well, you basically majority of the world they're gonna fall. People are gonna literally be falling to their deaths when they running out here, man. It's manifold. Okay, but you got it.
Second Esdras 13 and 24. Know this therefore, that they which be left behind are more blessed than they that be dead.
Right. So the taking goes into those that's gonna what? Be put to death. Now, if you could read that in Second Esdras 5 and one more time, and then you got it. More.
Second Ezra chapter 5 and 1. Nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the days shall come that they which dwell upon the earth.
Oh shit, I didn't even see this. God damn, brother, how long you been on here? Salaki.
I just got on here not too long.
Yeah, okay. Salaki.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
it says, they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren.
So it's going to be a mass of people that's going to be taken in great number. Meaning what? What does taken mean now? Put to death. See that? It's going to be a great multitude of people that's going to be put to death. And it's mentioned in the breath of when the truth shall be hidden. But where is the truth brought out at? In the streets. So those people, that great multitude is going to come from a bunch of people that be out in the streets. But it's going to be a time when we ain't there no more to be people voice of reasoning, give people a chance, you know? And that's going to result in all those people that we be seeing getting put to death. And it's going to be simultaneously. People going to be running, getting put to death because they fleeing this, fleeing that. You know, approach like a cop. Anything can trigger it to happen. but it's gonna be during the time when we not like the fulfillment of it. George Floyd wasn't it because we were still on the highways. But now imagine when we not like the Lord, like we done, the ministry done. It's gonna be that, right? And going back to what I was about to say, anything can trigger this. George Floyd being put to death in the streets. People was walking. I think he was going to a store, right, probably around a gas station. He was in a place of business, and he got put to death in the street. And you had people standing there watching it. Hours later, a day later, it turned into everything we seen. Every banks was burnt down, precincts, fucking horses was stolen. Niggas was taking the tractors that be outside of the buildings when they gotta put the letters like up on Best Buy because it fell off or some shit. Niggas was on them bitches in the streets. Niggas had superhuman strength. Niggas was breaking in shit. Nigga broke a whole glass with his shoulder, little dude. But we was still out. So if all that can happen while we still out, now imagine this time when the truth, which is us, in the streets being hidden. Us being on the streets is what, brothers? Is us, is the Lord still having his face toward the hell and destruction, managing it, okay? When we ain't there, he do this. Not anything can happen. Anything's possible. You know, week of greatness. Matter of fact, if we can cue that up, we're gonna get both of those clips, and then that'll be it. So, did you finish the war?
Con.
Okay, beautiful. Shit, we're gonna get Psalms 91. If brothers got something else, if not, bring it out. If not, that'll be it. But we're gonna get these joints. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and get Psalms 91, and then that'll be it. You know, I ain't gonna bring nothing else out. I'm calling nothing else. But if y'all got something, bring it out. If not, we're gonna go straight to what you got, Mar.
Con.
Okay. So
Psalms 91.
let's do the week of greatness first. Then we'll do the chariots. And since I say that, if a brother can get just to prove that, because the last clip he gonna bring out is going into another thing these people ultimately gonna be running from. You know? And this might be throughout the earth. I believe it's Nahum, the 3rd chapter, I want to say that is.
Alien.
Yep. Anyway, let's kick it off with Psalms 91 and verse. Shit finna get crazy. Let's start at verse 5. As a matter of fact, let's start at 1. Yeah, shit, we might as well start at 1, and we're gonna close out in verse shit. We damn near might read the whole chapter. It's quick. We don't speak on everything, but it's quick. We start at verse 1. But you got it. Whoever want to bring it out. I'm gonna find that what I'm talking about.
You got it, brother Tazabah. You got it out. Khan. Yeah, it's Psalms 91 and 1. It says, "He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty."
Right. So this is concerning those. Well, what are we gonna do in that time? Because people literally act like they really want to skip past the destruction. It's about, well, what I'm gonna do? Okay, what you should be concerned with, as the scriptures tell us. You know, But if you trusting in Yahweh Shemel Shai, he's gonna be relief for us in that time. That's what the shadow does. It relieves you from the heat. Okay. And the shadow of the Most High is the closest thing to him, just like your shadow is the closest thing to you, if you will, right? What's the closest thing to the Lord right now? His word, man. So just you being in his word is going to give you, the actual Lord himself, how about Shemel Shai, he's going to give you relief in that time for these times we're talking about. You got it?
Con. It says, I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress.
Right. Refuge going into escape. You fleeing something. We're going to be like spiritual refugees in that time. Okay, that's a lesson. That's going into fleeing. That's why he says in Babylon, Jeremiah 51, in the 6th verse, arise ye, be not cut off from her iniquity. Micah 2, arise ye and depart. Here we have no continuing city. We're going to be like refugees in that time, man, because we're going to be out in the streets too. We're just not going to be out in the streets teaching no more, which makes sense. And then that's how you're going to have women come across you. You probably want to run across women. You know what I'm saying? She going to either probably seen you before, you probably ain't see her, or you seen her, you remember her, she remember you, or shit, she just going, because at the end of the day, it don't matter, because the Lord say when a man's wisdom maketh his face to shine. So people going to be so discombobulated in that time, somebody that clearly know to where they falling and all over the place is going to make those that know what's going on completely stand out. Because you think you're going to be falling all over the place, then no. People going to be falling all over the place because they so dramatic and emotional on some movie shit. Like when the little white girls be falling, they, when they running from a killer, they act like they always got to fall and look back. You know what I'm saying? Nah, this ain't some Lot's wife shit. The men of the Lord, those that's in his faith, including you women, you ain't going to be like that in that time. So that's going to stand out for you men, that's going to be out here in these streets, because you're going to have to be a pilgrim. Hence, that's why we looking for refuge. When you looking for refuge, you on the move. Okay? So we're going to literally be being logical and moving around. Because shit, in the meantime, between time, homes going to be broken. People always use moments of all hell breaking loose to steal, to like get into mischief, to like go do shit they want to do. So it's going to be a lot of homes getting hit, like the brother Thor read earlier. But you got it.
Says, my power, in him will I trust.
Right.
Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler.
Right.
And from the noisome pestilence.
Right. And that snare is going into a trap, and the fowler is the one who sets the trap, which is the so-called white man. Really, these devils setting these cities up for the destruction, this type of destruction that they know is coming. The Lord is really bringing this destruction through them, if you can believe it or not. If you believe it or not. All these cities, the way they built, they all set up for these things that's written to happen. And the devil did it on purpose. One of the elite bankers, he got a quote. I would pull it, but I don't want to spend too much time. I only spend 2 hours on it through the spirit. But he said their blood is going to run in the streets. Y'all brothers want to look it up. It's put in their bloods or running the street. Banker of blood. So I forgot who said that shit. But it went. He said that in a part, and it was an excerpt of when he was talking about their plans of what they are orchestrating for people, and they was basically saying that he went on to say, in the midst of saying all that their blood gonna be in the streets. So all these cities built for all that shit, man. Everything, That's why they got everything in zones and shit. I actually got a site that go into that through the spirit. Elder brother mentioned that. I did a diligence, went into it. Yeah, we'll go into it at another time, though. But you got it.
Con says, he shall cover thee with his feathers.
Right.
And under his wings shalt thou trust.
Right. So you're gonna have to worry about the traps of the devil and pestilence if you don't have this truth. But if you do, you ain't gonna have to worry about it. And that's the things people are gonna be fleeing from. The Lord gonna have you covered in that time, from all those things. But you got it.
His truth shall be thy shield and buckler.
Oh, another instance of proving that when the pandemic hit, everybody was moving to Miami because of the pestilence. Why? Because no one wanted to wear a mask, and they took away the mask mandate down there. So a lot of people was going to Miami. You know.
Yeah, found the what's the name slot, but I had found the quote you was talking about.
Bring it out. You.
It says Nathan Rothschild, a 19th century British financier and member of the Rothschild banking family, is credited with saying that the time to buy is when there's blood in the streets.
Yep, that's it. That was a goddamn Rothschild, man. So that's a really elite banker. So, hey, man, the Lord putting us on too much game, man. Why y'all box me outside? Why y'all box me outside? All right, you got it, brother.
Come says, thou shalt not be afraid.
Slacky. I was just gonna say, I had also looked it up and I seen another one, which it like continues on to say, just to add to the point, it says, but when there's blood in the streets, even if the blood is your own.
Yeah, that's a great point. Because I say that all the time through the spirit that they're gonna you eat them. I don't give a fuck about y'all. And really, the Lord putting in these regular Edomite spirits that's true, which is why they actually come and talk to us and consider us more than our own. You know, all yesterday that damn black bitch, you know, when she was acting like a damn black bitch, was being an enemy while the enemy is actually with her and amongst us, but being the one to actually listen and not oppress us in a moment. So it's like, you know, but the reason why is because they really know that they not shit. They really know they being lied to. And they being, you know, afflicted through Esau trying to oppress us too. So yeah, the blood of their own. Say that all the time. See? Beautiful point, brother. You know, that was well added. You got it.
It's lucky I didn't mean to cut you off, brother Thor.
Hey, it was worth it. You got it.
Psalms 91:5. Thou shalt not be afraid of the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day.
So that tell you this shit gonna be going on from when the sun go down and when the sun come up. People gonna be hiding and like, you know, it's gonna be crazy. You got it. Hey, we see that on the book of Eli. He had to get sleep in that. He was in a damn like mountain cave, like a volcano. You know what I'm saying? Like he was in a damn volcano sleeping shit. And then Muzz was looking for him. He had to be on the move when the sun came up. You know, you got it. Let me say this too. The scriptures talk about that. When you rise up, if you got the wisdom, how about Shmuel Shai said, when you rise up in the morning, you can rise up early and your wits will be with you. And that's really gonna be needed in a time when we on the move, because like how they say the early bird get the worm, like you can't be getting up in those times because everybody's still gonna have to sleep. That's how, but it's gonna be so chaotic. Niggas gonna be sleeping out, you know, every goddamn way, you know. Or some people ain't gonna go to sleep and probably die, black out. They too scared. But see, you're gonna actually find a place of refuge in that time if you gotta be on the move like that, because you could find a bunker. You're gonna get spiritual power at some point, you know, or you might end up in a concentration camp, or you might end up and get put to death, or you might end up in a concentration camp and break out through spiritual power or through some divine intervention because the angel came in like Peter when he got locked up and let him out. Or a brother might come get you and break you the fuck out, you know? So it's a lot to consider, you know, a lot of points, but beautiful points. But fuck I'll say. Oh, but say you just you on some Eli. The Lord gave you the Eli lot. You just on the move, you gotta sleep where you gonna sleep. Well, with having this wisdom, the Lord said when you gonna rise up early and your wits gonna be with you. You have got to be in a mindset. I gotta like basically keep the advantage over people. You know what I'm saying? Like your day probably gonna start way earlier. Like you probably gonna be leaving through another. You probably gonna there's so much you can say, man. That's it. Go ahead, brother.
Psalm says, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, says, but it shall not come nigh thee.
Yeah. So it's gonna be so. That's how you know it's gonna be outside. Like the taste coming up, right? Pretty soon. The shit might happen during like when festivals going on, man. So that's it. How easy it is for the Lord to fulfill that when people literally plan stuff where around thousands of people being in a certain area, you know, and in a moment, basically probably going off sin. There's a lot of shit that people gather for that's completely abominable in the sight of the Lord. When we forced to be out here in the streets, like I said, the shit can break out at any moment. You know what I'm saying? But to where you're gonna have 1,000 people that was probably like outside for a concert, but all hell break loose, broke loose. So obviously the concert ain't going on. But that's how you would have 1,000 fall. There's gonna be so many reasons for why 1,000 people might fall outside. People outside for all type of reasons, man. And they're gonna be they're gonna be running. They're gonna be running and falling and fucking dying, and nigga probably just got shot. They running. Bitch probably got raped. She running. Mother's got probably hit by a car, tried to get up, running. Niggas dying. Like it's all type of ways. People having literal heart attacks. They dying. You know what I'm saying? The jabs that Esau put in Esau's body started going off at that time. They dying. They reacting in those moments. It's so many ways the Lord can clearly show us like, yo, this gonna happen, man.
Lock it. There's like a weird sound.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell that is. That's the goddamn Satan. You got it.
Con. Yeah, Psalms 91:8. It says, only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked.
Yep. All right, so that's it. That one I'm talking about is in Nahum 2 and 4. And if brothers got something, bring it out. But go ahead and bring what you got, Mahar.
Yeah, Con.
Okay. Y'all can see that? Okay, kind. Brother saying this, but we're just going over it again. So
These are reeling as the meteor storm, zombie epidemic, and alien encounters continue unabated. Safe to say, this is the best week ever.
see?
What are you doing? Run!
It's the week of greatness. What you doing?
That's really happening! This is a real thing!
Nah, man. This is the real thing.
Hey, pause real quick. Now, for those that's watching and paying attention, your celebrity's gonna be subject to this. You know, you got many reasons why people running. You know, because people gonna have demons on them, trying to do stuff to other people, all type of shit. But these people that's cool in it, more so is what I want to point out. They represent the elect. That's gonna be us. We ain't gonna be phased by this shit. You got it.
Are you wearing the new Icon Clash?
This is a size 8.
I need a 6.
I need this in a 16.
I got you.
Not today.
Is it dead?
Class not dead.
Hell yeah.
Hey kid, where are you headed? You know it's the end of the world, right? Yeah, but it's the start of week of greatness.
Look, there go all those cars. A man shall desire to go in the city and shall not be able. You know, and he on some Eli shit, but there ain't gonna be no nigga that's gonna be the elect, man. All right.
I ain't never seen that before.
Yeah, I think you had you wasn't in yet, but yeah, this is around the time you about to come in, I think.
Yeah, the Juice WRLD still alive.
Yeah, that shit crazy, right? But if you can continue on that, brother, do you brothers got anything? We fucking done hit 2 hours, but shit, fuck it.
I'm on that name though.
Okay, we done. We done anyway. You got it, brother. You can go ahead and just read through.
Can you read it?
Wherever you left off the war. We're gonna close out on shit. Just read the whole chapter. It's all good. You got it.
Yeah, Psalms 91:9 says, "Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation,
Right.
there shall no."
You got it.
Yep, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling.
Right.
For he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee
Go ahead.
in all thy ways.
So none of the things the Lord is going to send out during those times that's going to cause people to be running the street and dying, and from the men to the women to the babies, animals even going to be dying. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be phased by, and it's all going to happen where? In the streets. You know, some niggas gonna get put to death in their home. That's why the Lord told us to be His pilgrims. When it's that time, you got to make a move. That's why you got to be willing to leave everything, because some people ain't gonna be willing. They're gonna get put to death in their home. Stupid. You know, 40 niggas might come in your shit, and somebody got a reprobate spirit on them to where they rape your wife, they rape you, they kill your dog. Like out of 40 people in that time, what's the chances of these type of spirits being on one of those people? So you gotta be on the move. You gotta be willing to leave all this shit. The fuck your TV, fuck your stones, fuck your whatever the hell you got you like, man. Fuck that shit. You got, whatever, man. You better move, man. They gonna get caught up. They gonna come in and shit. But you got it.
Psalms 91:12. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone.
And at the end of the day, the angels with us. So it ain't like it's so much we're gonna be worrying about doing. At the end of the day, the Lord direct our steps. You know what I'm saying? But we are getting our brains geared for those steps He can have us take now. We considering all options, all possibilities. We have to. You got it.
Thou shalt tread upon the lion and the adder. It says, the young lion and the dragon shalt thou trample under feet. So
the people that same lion that people gonna be fleeing from, which could be a plague or a literal lion, ain't gonna hurt us. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna be subject to that shit. The elect, that's what it's talking about. The Lord might give you the power to kill a lion just to show you got the power, just to show you no, Samson was real. People gonna see that shit. It's gonna be a lion on the loose. It might be there's tons of people around, and they might witness some so-called black dude, Latino included, Native American included, put the lion to death. And people gonna realize, the Bible is real. And then that's gonna cause women to want to. It's so many things that's gonna happen. This is gonna come to pass, man. It's too clear. You got it. It's getting clearer. I'll put it like that. You got it.
Because he has set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him.
See, go ahead.
I will set him on high, because he hath known my name.
So showing you would come down to Yahweh Shem Shai, not necessarily yourself. And this is first and foremost dedicated to a man. That man that's going to be turned into gold, man. Okay, you got it.
He shall call upon me, and
now,
I will answer.
Now, who is the only people that can do that? Real quick, if a brother can get Sirach 17:10.
All right, come on.
Go ahead.
Sirach 17:10. And the elect shall praise his holy name.
That's it. Nobody else. So this is an elect man. So you got it, Thor.
Psalms 91:15. He shall call upon me, and I will answer
prophecy.
him.
So a man is literally going to say in that time, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, that holy name, not God, not Lord, not Most High, because we know that's not His name. The elect will know that. So it's a possibility that you that know Yahweh, the holy name of the Lord right now, could be this man. Period. But it's written, if you are this man, you're going to every single man. is going to that's really one man at the end of the day, because the only man the Lord is looking at is the Israelite man. But it's written, if you know that name now, you that man that he's talking about, you're going to call on the name Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai in that same time. Like literally, as if it's power, and it's gonna work. Go ahead.
And I will answer him.
See?
It says, I will be with him in trouble.
So you might say, well, why the name? Why can't I call on name now and the sky open up? Because the Lord said it's really gonna work. He gonna answer in that time. So if we don't got the name, one is gonna prove no one's gonna be able to fulfill this if the name of the Lord has not been truly revealed, like IUIC say. No one's gonna be able to fulfill this, and the Lord will be proven to be a liar. Right? Now, I guarantee you that don't be the case, and the only name that will be called on that will be able to work and will be responded to by the creator of all of this will be Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Period. So that for you thinkers out there, be like, man, I want to go out and just call on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai and see the reaction I get. Well, the Lord already said when he's going to truly respond. He literally said he's going to answer you in that time. Go ahead, brother.
I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation.
Now, this takes you exactly, you can hit play on this, brother. Now, this video takes you to the last video we're going to close out on, which is reason being because in it shows you the chariots coming, right? Which is another reason why people going to be running. Because why? The chariot's going to be running, zapping niggas. That's in the Bible. We're not going to do a whole breakdown on it, but we're going to get the scripture going into it. You got it, Nakoya. You can actually start at verse. You can start at you can start at 3. Nahum 2 and 3. If you still got it.
Come.
Go ahead.
Nahum chapter 2 and verse 3 says, the shield of his mighty men is made red. The valiant men are in scarlet.
So they gonna try to battle
the
with
chariots
the Lord.
Shall be with flaming torches in the day of.
Hold on. I think it's the connection trigger. But anyway, real quick. So who is that talking about? That's talking about the valiant men, the armies, the men that's gonna be because at the same time, see, they ain't showing it completely because the military gonna be out here in the streets too, you know, or these situations are gonna be the why the military will eventually come out to the streets and they gonna start gathering a lot of weak, dumb niggas up. But all of this is simply to say that the army gonna be out here, these tough guys. When the chariots come, the Lord gonna kill them, man, through the chariots. He said they're the shield of his mighty men is made red, meaning what? Bloody. The valiant men are in scarlet. They're gonna be covered in blood. Right? Go ahead.
It says, the chariot shall be with flaming torches in the day of his preparation.
See,
in the fir trees.
That's in the Bible. That's in the Bible. The chariots, those so-called UFOs, they're gonna be with flaming torches, meaning them so-called laser beams. They're gonna be fucking burning shit up, man. And that's how niggas one's gonna be bloody, man. Because who gonna fight with the chariots? The army. You know. Now it's all simultaneously. It ain't saying exactly what time, but this is what's gonna happen, and this is gonna be another reason why people will be running in the streets, as it's gonna go on to say. Watch this. Or go ahead.
It says, and the fir trees shall be terribly shaken.
Right. Go ahead.
And
the fir trees go into the pride, these men. The trees go into men. Okay. Lord ain't going out his way to tell you, yo, the trees of the earth gonna be hurt. That's going into men of certain stature. I believe the fir tree is synonymous with being high or it's really strong, really mighty, something like that. You know, different trees used that's pointed out represent different type of men in certain instances. Sometimes some are actual trees, sometimes it's not. You know, but he'll use a specific tree to show you the type of man he's talking about, based off whatever that tree may be known for. You got it. This is the point.
It says, verse 4, it says, the chariots shall rage in the streets.
See, they're gonna rage in the streets. See that? They all come down to these streets. Go ahead.
They shall jostle one against another in the Broadway.
See, they're gonna be literally in the streets, above the streets. Why? Because people gonna be in the streets running, and they're gonna be fucking zapping niggas, man. Burning people to fucking flames, man. Burning people, you know, in agony. They're gonna watch. Go ahead.
It says, they shall seem like torches. They shall run like the lightnings.
Yeah, and that's it. So they're gonna be we're gonna read verse 5, and that'll be it. But matter of fact, read 5. That's the point.
Verse 5, it says, he shall recount his worthies.
Yeah, go ahead.
They shall stumble in their walk.
So that
They
means
shall
what?
make
A lot of people, a lot of Esau's men is going to well, never mind. Let me not say that. Let me read this in the in NLT. But more so, the point of reading this is to show that this is regarding chariot. I mean, this is regarding people, because it said he shall recount his worthies, and they shall stumble in their walk. People gonna be out in the streets, subject to the chariots coming as flames of fire and stuff like that, man. You know.
Okay. Says they shall stumble in their walk, they shall make haste to the wall thereof, and the defense shall be prepared.
Okay, Con. So yeah, this is talking about America. We probably do a breakdown on that because I don't want to say if that is concerning Esau men or the like his worthy men, and he lose count of them because the chariots fucking killing all of them. You know what I'm saying? Or basically the chariots making sure they don't zap the elect. You know what I'm saying? Period. You know, because that's worthy too. You got two types of worthies. You got the worthies on the left hand side and the worthies on the right hand side. You know, so. But yeah, that point just points out that the chariots is going to be concerned with these people, man. Okay, and that's what's going to happen, man. So that's basically it, and that's another thing people are going to be running from, man. Okay, either way, that's showing you that. All right, but chiefly what it's going into, like I said, we ain't gonna go into. But yeah, that's basically it, man. You got that last video?
Yeah, Con.
Check it out. And these women, they're gonna come looking for us, y'all. Watch. They're gonna come looking for us, 100%. And I'm gonna throw this out there. We ain't gonna go into it. A lot of the women that's gonna take hold of you in that day, they're gonna be younger women. It ain't gonna be these older women. It's gonna be a lot of the women that the Lord was showing us yesterday. Watch. It's true. You hear the elder apostle say we're gonna get them young. That's true. I don't want no bride my age. She already ran through. I remember when we was in school, you was getting ran through. I don't want you. The women that you gonna get is gonna be the ones that's completely, they still gonna have their V cards and they completely at a form where they can listen. They really at their best point. They at their best point. Because as you give her the truth, she gonna age and get better over time. But once she already built, can conceive, that might be whatever age, man. I ain't gonna say, on here, even though I'm not hiding the truth. I fucking said that could be goddamn. You just never know. It might be 14. It might be a 15-year-old. It might be a 16-year-old. I'm telling you, that's what's gonna happen. Because the Lord ain't gonna have us taking fucking leftovers, man. You know what I'm saying? And then you gotta think when you was younger, and I'll leave it here. I know shit when we was in school, moms was already active. Moms was already sexually active around that time, man. Motherfuckers had babies and everything. So that's gonna be when that time come. That's the end of the fucking Western world. Keep that in your head. The Westernized mindset, you know, and the beginning of the Eastern mindset coming back in, man. Joseph was like 32 and Mary was 14. Scholars go into Mary. That's why she was called a virgin. And the Lord gave you example. He's giving you examples, showing you that these women are at the perfect point. And they're the only ones that are really listening to us, because the woman your age or older, she's stuck in her ways, and she popped already, man. She's finished. She fell off. That's it. So that'll be a whole nother thing, though. We'll probably do a lesson on it. So I'll proceed that through the spirit. That's what's gonna happen. A lot of those 7 women gonna be younger women. Watch. So if you emotional, it ain't for you. Anyway, you got it. Real quick, and to make a point, check it out. The missile's gonna be shot after the Lord pull up. Because remember, they gotta fight with the Lord in the air. So once the Lord said he gonna bring, so once the Lord pull up, that's when they gonna fight with the Lord and they gonna lose, right? But then the missile's gonna be shot to America. And how we know that that's a timeline that makes sense. It can go either way. But the Lord said he's come to send fire on the earth, which is through making sure the missiles hit this place, but also through making sure the chariots burn motherfuckers, which is how you will have a time where people running from chariots, because that'll give people a reason to pause on not shooting missiles at America yet, because they're going to try to stop whatever America got going on, because that's how it's going to look, you know? Because really, America is responsible for this space invasion. You know, to invade Yahweh Boss me outside, invading this place, man. And shit, they're gonna try to fight with them first. They're gonna lose, and then eventually, the Lord's gonna have them shoot the missiles over here. And at that point, the elect sealed, which is when they're gonna let those 4 winds completely go. You know, and every ounce of pain the Lord has to give to this place will come, and that's gonna be the ultimate form also coming, which is the nuclear missiles. So after people getting zapped, after the fight with the Lord in the sky happened, that's when they just gonna shoot the missiles over here, and then the elect gonna get beamed up. And what was going on before that, people was running from the chariots, zapping them, and all the other shit beforehand. And the elect was gathering women that was they women the whole time, and etc. And then once they done zapped motherfuckers up, then they done pulled up on the Lord, try to fight him, got fucked up. They gonna panic, like when niggas get scared, they just start shooting. They gonna shoot over here, and that's gonna destroy America, and the elect gonna get beamed up simultaneously. So that's how you're gonna have that happen, man. So with that, brothers, got anything else? All right, come on. Shit real, right?
Fine.
Shit got real. Shit finna get real. Shit got real today. But anyway, we got a lot of beautiful things to look forward to. Every last brother on here, man. You know what I'm saying?
Fine.
And with that,
Fine.
call Halam La. Yahweh,
Yahweh, Ba'ashem,
Yahweh Shai,
Yahweh Shah,
All
Rakatash.
right. That America, Bible Ball, and Kwame Ashala.
Ball.